have the letter to Jessica and the letters of war. So when I was hanging out in 2024, I was on some crazy drugs. It took my voice, altered my mind. It completely changed me. Missing the old mania. Tell Jacob, George Soros is our fan. He is very rich. George is known to create simulations. This is where these fears come from. George Soros used his wealth to fuck with me in my head. This is my fear. This is my illness. When I am warning Jacob or you, this because I believe the global elite care about me because I was a minor at the state house and I got groomed at the state house when I was at the age when Epstein was in Columbus. It all maps out. It all checks out. My friend, my friend Dave from Gilmore Girls, he knows his name. That guy, he's gonna help me. He's gonna be like, oh. Then he has stuff that's gonna free him. Because I think he was drugged to be aggressive. I think they hypnotized us and put words and stuff, and that's what made David be aggressive to me. Then they filmed it, and they kept the images. I think it all links up to George Soros, which I was trying to tell Jacob. So I'm always trying to tell Jacob stuff. he's he's my biggest fan. He's got his Stacy T-shirt already ordered. He doesn't, but he's ready for it. That's what it's all about. That we are just some simulation for the rich. Westworld is real. It's Epstein Island. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that HBO show Westworld, but that's Epstein Island, and they're trying to make it other places too. They want to spread out, so they're trying to clear us out, so that way they can have more simulation towns for their wild, depraved madness that they like to partake in. And I'm Dolores, so I feel the pain of everybody and all the carnage that takes place. Keeps me up at night, but I have to let it go. I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am at peace. But I thought they made twins and started with me and switched me and stolen me was on Epstein Island. So now we know that they make clones. It's not out of the realm of possibility that I could have been a twin and that they were switching me in and out. But I can't believe that. It's so bad for me to believe that. Twin me was living my life, and that's why I changed so much over the years. I was different people. This is not true. What is happening is I was disassociating from abuse at that age. And I had this guy who I call Uncle Charlie. I was his special friend, which I'm talking about that publicly. Nothing likely happened. I was very much back up. I need some space. You're getting too comfortable. And I was very protective of Stacy and friends. And I would fight you to protect my friends. My old friends from middle school would tell you. I would have girls handle that for me. That's who I was in middle school. That's the energy. That's why I would tell my therapist. My therapist would be like, that's so unlike you. I'm like, is it though? But that's how I got. You have to be a dog to survive in the corporate world. I was too sensitive. My bosses would tell me I was too sweet. What happened? I didn't know that. I was getting flashbacks. I used to go to hotels in middle school with Uncle Charlie for highway. He was a groomer, just a dirty old man. That's how I would say it. It's not trauma, but it's a form of SA. And SA is what I was trying to heal to open my mind. So I had to really look at these hotel events. When I did, I realized this is the state house where this abuse is happening. This would probably make me in the Epstein files. So when I researched all that, and now that it's out there, it's over. That project was done. I wrote about it and I buried it. Jesse is my major trauma from the basement. And why it's trauma is because I feel so exposed. Then I felt re-exposed in 2020. Then I exposed myself. I never ruled out that he gave me something extra. I always felt like we were all drugged that night. I don't think it was Jesse, but I just wonder. I always was like, well, who did? Maybe it's somebody bigger than us. But you can't think like that. But that's how I always fear. That's how I used and but that's how I used to get drugged. I won't do drugs, so people would give them to me anyway. So I felt like a lot of us were given more than just alcohol back then. This is my trauma. It's not that bad. It's the root to what's wrong. My central nervous system thinks that all intimacy is bad, and I have combed through my entire life so much that I made it worse. I struggle with it with anyone being intimate. I'm just comfortable with you both. So I'm telling her that I'm comfortable with her and Jacob. So just kidding. But that's why. So she's like my closest friend. So she would want to know what's wrong. So Jacob was at the Creed concert going, "What's wrong with you, Stacey? I know you're a good person, but you said a lot of cringy stuff, and I don't know what's wrong with you." I'm paranoid schizophrenic. I'm probably linked to the global human trafficking ring because of my abuse in middle school state house. In summary, if I was having to summarize the what's wrong, is how to say that sentence and be believed and not be put into an institution, which is what I'm trying to tell everyone in the long version of my story. That's why I speak so much, because I don't want to be institutionalized. I want to get to a platform like J.K. Rowling so that way I can be rich and famous and help people. I want to be Schindler, so I want to employ people and hire people and get money flowing quickly into the economy and try to save the world. So looking back at who I have been is not who I am. And I hope this letter finds you well, and I don't like talking on the internet anymore. Everyone is scared of me. I am scared of me. There is no greater threat to me than me. Jesse's intent is in question. Jacob, but Jesse's fine. I ruled him out. Jacob already knows he is the captain. Jesse's ego will fight for the Iron Throne. It's me, bitches, the queen. In all seriousness, you're all an amazing human beings, and I know it's not easy being Jacob's wife. I could only imagine, and I did. What I want from Jacob is his friendship and shoulder and his mind. It's If we make this deal, we will all be extremely wealthy, which I couldn't be mad at Jesse for that. But his evil eyes and shit-eating grin making me nauseous and nervous, and overall my witch bitch shit is just over his power. The last thing Jesse said to me was hi. Then Virginia Giuffre died. I call her Virginia Roberts. I am scared of his power. In a real way, he will hurt me. If I continue this way, he will come for me. He already does. Now, this is a delusion of Jesse that I have. So there's a fear Jesse in my head. And I know that I shouldn't write about him like this because it's a name, but that's just how I feel. And I just have to say how I feel. But I think I've said enough that I'm writing stories that people understand now. He has bewitched the minds of the people. He is Jesse in the great revenge of his eye, and I understand my place, and God eye rolls at him, holding on to the one bad thing I done. If he hurt me, he deserved it, and I'm glad he can't see. And he cries when he talks about the basement. He did something bad to me. I know he did. I forgive him. I think it was either Molly or E that we were drugged with, but I don't think it was Jesse. I think it was the global elite. I think there was something in my cup he gave me. He would. He never talked after the basement, and when I remembered, he got angry, and I can't change it. But this is the whole big reason why I was mad at Jesse, why I threw the apple at his face, because I was just like, even though we were buddies, it still would have been not okay. But I don't think he did anything to me. I think I was just drunk and loosey goosey and regretful the next day because I've been trying to get back with him for, I don't know, 20 years. But I put him off for years because he was trying to get with me. And then when I finally left my relationship, then he ghosted me and then he got married. So it's, we're done. Yeah, this is a good time though. Good storytelling. Thanks, thanks Jesse, for helping me with Taylor Swift. I know it's rough trying to be my friend, but we gotta stop the war, okay? Thank you.